Negligence per se? Yeah. This is Paul. Established as a matter of law so that breach of the duty is not a jury question. Yeah. Negligence per se usually arises from a statutory violation. Yeah. Now, when we think about blame, yes, and the statutory violation, yeah. Does any attorney understand what is known as statute? Yes, has to do with laws. And it's negligent per se when it has to do with the violating of a law. Now, every time that I emailed those forgery laws from Seattle, Washington, yeah, chief of police, I want you to understand civil right. Pooh. I know that you're African American, and a lot of African Americans kind of feel like they know about civil rights. Yes, had something to do with slavery. Pooh. Had something to do with the Civil Rights Act and Martin Luther King. Yeah, Jr. Oh, it had a lot to do with white people making you have to use segregated bathrooms. Yes. Having segregated entrances to hospitals. Right. And then there were the segregations of schools. Do you remember when they made them do that? They said, no, you can't do it anymore. Well, let's say you're the African American chief of police in Seattle, Washington. Oh, you segregated the United States of America because of the use of fraud. Yes. Now, I would have thought, yes, African American, civil rights, which I would have thought right now that any individual that doesn't appreciate civil rights, they have an additional amount of liability before the jury. Yes. Now, it seems discriminatory for me to ask you this question this way. Yes. You've been in law enforcement as a police officer for the last 40 years. Yes. Uh-huh. And you're African American, is that right? Yes. Have you ever heard of Martin Luther King Jr.? Now, a jury of my peers, yes, much more than a white man, they will look at those that are minorities, yes, and they'll think to themselves, well, how do you know?